Sunrise creeping slowly down that dusty line. Feet are heavy wandering, heart is on decline. River keeps on talking, saying, boy, you cannot run. But I've been chasing shadows since the day my hurt begun. Bottleneck is singing low across my steel. Every note a confession of the things I tried to conceal. Oh, Delta wind is calling, whispering through the pines, telling me the past ain't gone, it's just waiting for its time. Oh, I got them modern blues, dragged from the Delta sand, past and present, tangled up like strings beneath my hand. Can't shake these troubles, no matter what I choose. Walking yesterday's highway with tomorrow's modern blues. Whoa, road signs flicker neon, towns that never sleep. But the quiet of the back roads is the only peace I keep. Tired of all the noise, tired of feeling used. Still the world keeps spinning, giving me them modern blues. Hey, hey, hey. I got them modern blues, dragged from the Delta sand, past and present. Beneath my hand, can't shake these troubles, no matter what I choose. Walking yesterday's highway with tomorrow's modern blues. I hear old ghosts humming in the cracks of my guitar. They say you're still lost, boy, no matter where you are. But I bend those notes to break the chains that bind, trying to leave the sorrow one measure at a time. I got them modern blues, dragged from the Delta sand, past and present, tangled up like strings beneath my hand. Can't shake these troubles, no matter what I choose. Walking yesterday's highway with tomorrow. Modern blues. Moonlight on the river, carrying my song downstream. Maybe somewhere far away I'll find the man I mean. But until that day comes, I'll walk in worn out shoes between the past and tomorrows. Seeing my marbles. You walk around like your opinions are some kind of holy creed, but everything you say is empty, just bad grammar dressed as greed. You act like you're a genius with the universe on speed dial, but honestly you're just a rerun of annoying, fake and vile. You talk big like you're something, but you're nothing, loud and tall, a walking contradiction. Who can think straight at all? And every single time you brag, you trip over your own lies. I swear the truth avoids you like it's scared of your disguise. I thought about being gentle, but you don't deserve that grace. So let me say this extra clearly right up in your face. Go to hell and take the long way around. Trip over every ego that you dropped on the ground. You can yell, you can scream, you can throw a fit or two, but nobody's listening cause no one's buying you. So go to hell, yeah, pack your pride and go, cause you never brought warmth, only cold hollow show. Go to hell, don't text, don't call. Honestly, you won't be missed at all. You preach strong opinions, but you fold when pushed a bit. You're a fragile little firework made of ego, air, and spit. You stomp around like thunder, but you couldn't scare a fly. You're the punchline to a joke that even clowns refuse to try. You love to call folks snowflakes, but you melt at gentle heat. Your whole identity collapses with one challenge, one critique. You're a self-made tragedy on a stage nobody bought, a knockoff Shakespeare villain who forgot his villain plot. So don't you dare say be kind now, the memo wasn't for you. You had your chance to act like a person, you missed it twice and through. Go to hell and take the long way around. Trip over every ego that you dropped. Nobody's listening cause no one's buying you. So go to hell, yeah, pack your pride and go, cause you never brought warmth, only cold hollow show. Go to hell, don't text, don't call. Honestly, you won't be missed at all. And then you say you're the real one, but all you are is rude. You call it truth, we call it bad attitude. You think the world owes you respect you never earned. Well, here's a song to help you finally learn. Your ego's like a circus, all noise and no skill, a Ferris wheel of nonsense on a hill of landfill. Your logic's got holes like a bargain store sieve, and your personality's the reason people quietly leave. You talk like you're a prophet, but you're barely a joke, a match that never lights and a fire that never woke. So take your little tantrums and your faded glory claims, go yell into a canyon where nobody knows your name. Go to hell and take the long way around. Trip over every ego that you dropped on the ground. You can yell, you can scream, you can throw a fit or two, but nobody's listening cause no one's buying you. So go to hell, yeah, pack your pride and go, cause you never brought warmth, only cold hollow show. Go to hell, don't text, don't call, and don't expect a tear when you finally fall. So go to hell, and please take your time. Maybe down there you'll learn to read the signs.
Well, hello. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome. Little Smokey Late Night show. I have something to inform you of. Some of you, if you happen to be believers, to be classified as a miracle. Wow, why is StreamYard so glitchy tonight? Doesn't like me tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure why. Good evening. Good to see you all. Thank you for joining. It's late. You all should be in bed, but I have some spare time and I enjoy broadcasting. So we're going to talk about some things this evening. Welcome to the chat, and Andrew's here with us, and of course Fro is in the house. Fro, I think you should probably be asleep. I'm not sure what time it is over there. Oh no, I guess not. No, I guess it's probably like early afternoon or something like that. Welcome, Christian Nutt. I don't know if I've seen you before, but welcome as well, whoever you are. This is some cringe shit. I don't know. This is like bizarre middle-aged men trying to be clever and funny, kind of like when they would like it's like boomers trying to figure out how to troll and they still think it's like, I don't know, like 1995, and they're like, they go and buy like crude domain names and then direct them to your YouTube page, but they don't spend any time or money advertising the web addresses, so no one really knows they exist except them. So they just spent their money to have a random, hyperlink or website, lewd website address to connect to your YouTube channel and think that that's some sort of troll or own. I never really understood that. It was a bizarre thing. I think he had done that to me for a hot minute. I just didn't really care. It didn't bother me. These are cringy things. It's like when praise laughs. Like these days too, like praise laughs at such simplistic things. It really is to this point almost like watching a toddler, giggle at dangling keys, So anyway, it is in the description, sir. Tonight, the link. That's weird. Why did it do that? Any link you post in the side chat in portrait mode will basically not be able to be clicked on. It's worthless. So to combat that, since I decided to go ahead and stream in portrait on Code Club Cult, I went and put the link in the description. So if anyone wants to join, link is in the description. I shouldn't be lagging. Let me close a couple of these apps just in case. Okay. Yeah, hopefully that will strengthen it. I don't know why we would be having any problems with it late at night. Perhaps, I suppose. Good morning, Frosif.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's very good to see you today.
Hey, I didn't recognize the first song you played. Which one of mine was that?
The first one?
Yeah.
I have to go back and look. I don't know. I found it and it sounded really nice. I'm like, oh yeah, hell yeah. Like I don't actually remember. I sometimes do that. I pull them up and I'll listen to them for a couple minutes just to see what they are. So
okay.
I don't recall. If I went back and looked for it, I'd find it. I probably should have saved it in the playlist. It was actually a really beautiful song. I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it as well, but I was like, did I make that?
No, yeah, that was one of yours. Yeah, that was one of yours.
I didn't recognize it. That's why I asked.
I don't know. And I don't really particularly care that much. I mean, you want to share it with me, that's great, but that's entirely up to you.
Sorry?
So anyway, I'm gonna share something with you guys.
What is it that you wanted me to share?
No, it's fine. No, I'm gonna share something with you guys about
Oh.
Isaac, which some of you happen to be believers out there, you might classify this as a miracle. I can't believe I'm saying what I'm about to say. Isaac did something smart.
Wow.
I know.
There can be
It's going to be clipped.
miracles
Exactly. It's going to
when
be clipped and shared
you
everywhere.
believe.
It's probably going to be put in a bunch of shorts and all that. Yeah, Isaac did something smart. And do you know the smart thing that Isaac did?
No.
What it was?
No. What?
Is my internet going fucky? You know what? Let me turn the cam off. Maybe that's going to help.
Your connection is all over the place, by the way.
Okay. Let me do this. Let me take the cam off. Maybe that'll help a little bit. I'll switch the layout. Maybe this will help a little bit.
You are freezing.
Oh, no.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say you are freezing a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hopefully with the cam off, maybe that'll help. I don't know why it's doing that. I mean, I could always switch to the phone. Since we don't actually have a video to watch tonight because Isaac hid it.
Oh.
He hid his catastrophic failure of defending free grace. What's that?
Is that the smart thing he did? He hid his video.
He hid his catastrophic failure of a debate against Bond today. Yes, he did hide it. Now, here's what I'm gonna do. First, I'm gonna switch devices.
How are you, Andrew?
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah, kind of over all of this rubbish, and I wish it would just go away. It seems like we're just going through yet another split.
Well, I don't know what split you mean. I mean,
you
gotta weed out the fakes.
You know how you
we learned this the first time around, Andrew. We learned this the first time around. You know what happens when you don't weed out the fakes.
Yes.
And all of you, including you, suffered for it. So this is unfortunately necessary what we do here, and you know that.
Yes, I do. But the first split that I recall,
it's like clamoring at the sky and saying, "I don't like war." Well, it's not going to stop war. Like it happens. We have to deal with it.
The first split is you going to California and being Josh and all that, and then trying to disprove that. And by which time it was probably too late, but can't do anything about that. That's my opinion. And now Isaac doing this rubbish. That's, well, it's probably what, a sixth or seventh split, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, actually, you could go blame Isaac, the coward rat faggot, for hiding his catastrophic failure of a debate with Bond, which I'll take, by the way. I'll just go ahead and take this, and this is fine. I'll take this as the auto win, that he was so embarrassed of it that he had to hide it. I'll take that as the win. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reiterate what I heard, because I listened to all of it. Bond actually reached out to me and told me he had just spoken with Isaac. I went back and listened to all of it, and it was beautiful in their catastrophic failure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to regale you with a story. I'm a decent storyteller anyway. It's late at night. Maybe you guys will sleep to my soothing, mellow, deep masculine voice, perhaps. What's that?
What? I said, Roger that.
Yeah.
Two-way speak for yes.
So
I will.
So I'm going to reiterate now. If
Isaac
has a problem, when the coward rat fed the stream, and then we'll all be able to see and review and see if I was making.
You're lagging out again, Smokey. There's something weird with your internet.
Okay, I'm switching. Hold on. Fuck's sake, stupid fucking thing. I'm going to restart this thing too. I'll be right back.
So, how are you, Andrew?
Sorry, I'm away from my system. I'm trying to get dinner at the same time.
All good.
I'm just coping, trying to cope anyway. Still maintaining faith. I mean, got Kirk Cameron now trying to say that hell is temporary,
Nice.
and that's really got a lot of people going, well, what's going on in that man's head, if anything? Ironically, most people are coming up against him. I think Wes Huff is trying to defend him, but that's another story.
This should be better. Okay. Hopefully this will be more reliable. I'm going to restart my machine. I think maybe some of these large videos I've been editing might have something to do with it. Also, I probably just need a new computer. I think this one is at its tail end. I'll add that on the list.
I just bought one yesterday, Smokey.
Oh, did you? What'd you spend on it?
Almost $600 plus.
Yikes, man.
Yeah.
I spent $850 Australian.
That's radical. Yeah. All right. I'm going to restart that fucking thing.
Radio too, but anyway.
So I'm going to reiterate, I'm going to regale you all with the story of Isaac and Praise. And by the way, Isaac and Praise were both essentially there to interact with Bond. I wouldn't say Praise was necessarily debating Bond. He was kind of just there on the sideline occasionally, small contributions, nothing particularly major. But of course, aligning and supporting and defending free grace. Isaac has this weird propensity these days to misuse now the term straw manning. And I know he's learned this from the idiot retard pod team, and they're just as they're not just as stupid as him. No one's just as stupid as Isaac. But you know what I'm saying? Like, they know as little as Isaac does about many of these terms and their proper application. And now Isaac is absorbing this dumb shit. And so when you properly represent the position of free grace, they just blanket claim it's straw manning to diffuse you and put you off guard and say, no, I'm just going to erase the argument altogether because I can't answer it. It's basically what it comes down to. So Isaac was playing these types of games and the like, and ultimately the debate ended up boiling down to a very interesting position, which was challenging free grace in the sense of its capacity to affirm whether or not I was saved, and Bond was pitching the position that I was saved, while at the same time also willing to give some sort of personal testimony to his history to whether or not he would be saved under free grace. Now, of course, free grace is commonly colloquially referred to as easy believism. The funny thing is that when you start to notice the free grace fruits and how they operate, you'll notice they're extraordinarily exclusionary. And suddenly this easy way to be saved gets very, very complex and difficult. And none of them seem to know the minimum components one must give a census to in order to be saved. None of them have a direct list or understanding, but they just affirm that at some point you will have been saved with just one instantaneous, a census of the minimum amount of necessary gospel to be saved, which none of them know what it is. And so they get into these weird situations where Isaac, in his infinite and incredible stupidity, hyperfixated on a point that only served to destroy free grace doctrine. And what was this point, you might ask? The cataclysmic final point before Bond finally gave up on the pure, unfiltered retardation in front of him. What was this point? The point was about whether or not it mattered what you used to believe as opposed to what you believe now. Isaac's obsessive fixation was on inquiring specifically, no, it matters what you believe now. And Bond was like, well, no, not according to free grace. It matters what I believed back then, as to whether or not I am saved. And Isaac would not stop. over and over and over again. He's demanding, what do you believe now? What do you believe now? And he's not even understanding that even posing the query as some sort of necessary determiner of one's salvation is exposing and denying free grace itself to even pose the question, certainly to be demanding it in such a way as to determine someone's salvation. This means that Isaac's doctrine is lordship, because now he believes you don't only have to initially believe, but you have to keep believing. This is entailed in his necessary obsession with focusing on knowing what someone believes now. And Bond, very acutely, very appropriately, very poignantly, just accused Isaac, well, then you're not free grace, which is 100% fucking true. Like, once Isaac was fixating on, it doesn't matter what you used to believe, it matters what you believe now. The stupid, retard little rat boy doesn't even understand he just threw free grace out the window and implicitly admitted it's false. And even the more beautiful piece of this was watching the meandering retard praise contradict himself over and over right afterwards, trying to affirm Isaac and refute Bond. And what does praise basically contribute to the tail end of the conversation? Well, essentially, number one, you can't know who's saved, which was already affirmed in a previous conversation. And of course, that is true because you can't determine fruits or someone's words or someone's teachings or someone's actions to determine whether or not they're saved. Free grace does not permit such things. It's simply a mental assensus to the truth of the factoid of the historical revelation of Christ existing and doing his work. You know, this is it. This is the bare minimum. And then you're just perpetually locked in. And all of a sudden, when they want to condemn someone to hell, the formula gets particularly complex and complicated. And so what we had this evening was a catastrophic failure that Isaac, seemingly at least aware enough to realize how embarrassing the performance was and how catastrophic it was to Free Grace Gospel, decided to hide the stream. And that is the smartest thing I think I've ever seen Isaac do. So Praise's contribution is we can't know who's saved, but, and this was really funny, Praise said, we operate with the automatic assumption you're not saved. The default is that you're not saved.
How is
and
that?
You have to prove that you are saved. Now, that was a catastrophic admission as well. Because now Praise is saying fruit and actions and lifestyle is important to demonstrate that you are actually saved. The failures were profound, deep, and catastrophic. And Bond did an outstanding job. He truly did. And now that I know Isaac to be the spurgy, coward little rat fuck that he is, and he will hide his embarrassments now, I am going to make a note to probably grab some of these things preemptively when they happen. So that we can make sure that we're able to review them. Nonetheless, I've given I would say, a relatively adequate synopsis of the failure of both Praise and Isaac, completely throwing Free Grace under the bus in the desperate plea to defend their hatred and desire to condemn people to hell, in which their doctrine, their soteriology with these scenarios would not permit. Isaac refused to let Bond give his testimony and say what he used to believe, to verify whether or not he was in free grace. Then later, Praise is saying, well, we can't trust you. We would have to have affidavits from your family members. We'd have to, like, only if we knew you personally and stuff could we really know if you're saved. More fruit inspecting. More, you would have to demonstrate things in your life in order for us to affirm that you are saved. The consistent, non-stop refutations of the free grace doctrine by the free gracers in this stream was comical. Comical to the highest fucking order. And amazingly, it seemed to have taken Isaac a little bit of time. I think Praise probably asked Isaac to hide it, actually. Isaac doesn't typically hide streams ever, actually, as far as I've been able to tell. So on my gut, and since Praise is prolifically well known for hiding his failures and embarrassments after they happen, I'm thinking that Praise probably inspired Isaac to hide this stream. This is not his typical MO. Certainly, I was expecting to be able to go to it this evening and do a review of it because I've been able to do with everything before. But even Praise seemingly has to admit and know that this was a profound and amazing failure at defending free grace doctrine. He spent more time, he seemed to spend more time refuting free grace than he did supporting it, which is shocking. The constant contradictions to their doctrine and all of this. And why is this, ladies and gentlemen? Because they have hateful, vile, demonic hearts, and because they're willing to throw their doctrine under the bus to condemn the people they don't like. That's
well,
what it is.
we have seen this before, so it doesn't surprise me. But yeah, no, it's definitely not Isaac's idea to hide that stream.
I agree. I think it definitely isn't as well. Isaac isn't smart enough to know such a thing. I think I was being facetious when I said Isaac did a smart thing. I kind of was anticipating and kind of expecting it was Praise that told him to do this. This is not something Isaac typically does, but it is something that Praise does all the fucking time. So
yeah, no, I definitely think that this has been an order from Praise, hide that stream, and don't let people see it, Isaac, because Isaac would not have done that.
It was amazing. It was absolutely Bond. Serious kudos to Bond. He held their hands and walked them right down the path to having to implicitly admit from almost every possible angle that their doctrine is pure bullshit. It was incredible. Yeah. It was really, really well done on Bond's part. Yeah.
I wanted to show you very, very, very quickly what I got. I got this.
What? What are you gonna show? I don't see anything.
Oh. Let's try again. This is.
Are you trying to share your screen, or what are you doing?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't see anything. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, this is what I got.
Well.
A Samsung.
Oh, okay. All right.
Galaxy.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, and then there was. I saved 3,000 Norwegian crowns on it.
Yeah, I don't know what that translates to.
$300.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I didn't spend much on this computer. Like $400 or something like that. It wasn't that expensive.
Yeah. So hopefully that will fix all my sound problems and all the shit.
Well, yeah. Well, you sound better, I think, a little bit this time, right now. So
yeah, I've been lucky.
I don't know if you adjusted something or whatever, but kind of the burping stuff seems to have gone away.
I've done nothing.
There is a light still, like, I guess I don't know if it's wind or you're breathing or something of it. Like it is going into the microphone. I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah, it's a fan because it's cold.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
It's cold.
Yeah.
It's not too nosy, I hope.
No, absolutely. I'm so anyway, also something else kind of interesting did happen this evening. I mean, at this point it's probably overkill to like say, hey, I got another piece of evidence that destroys all of Isaac's credibility. I know you guys are probably like, oh yeah, right. Yeah, like add it to the fucking pile. Add it to the fucking pile the size of fucking Everest, right?
What
Right,
credibility?
I get it, and I get it, and I understand that. But I
Yeah.
did manage to. You know what? And the shitty thing is, I'm not even going to be able to share it because it's on the PC. I might be able to just post it in my community tab, and people can go look at it. Anyway, it's a screenshot, and essentially, Isaac is saying and attempting to be condemning. I could actually post it in Discord too. Actually being condemning towards me.
If you post it, I will share it.
Oh, that's a good idea. Hold on. Let me do that. Wait, can I do that? Yeah, I can do that. Give me a second. Shit. I posted it. Yeah, that's right. Let me go to it. Put it in general. I think I put it in general. Yeah, I did. Okay.
Amazing grace, how sweet thy sound.
Yep.
Garbage. Okay, downloads. Yeah, whatever. Who cares? Do you want me to put it in Discord, Fro? Like, is that?
I literally don't care. Whatever is easier for you.
I'll just post it at you in Discord here. You'll appreciate this. This was an interesting failure on Isaac's part. You know, God, I tell you, he doesn't really think too clearly about the things he says before he says them. And he's always in such a rush that he makes a stupid asshole out of himself every fucking time. Okay. Upload a file. See, look at all this big fucking hoopla going around I had to do. All right, Throw. It's in DM Discord there.
Okay, let me get that up for you.
Isn't that what you want him to do?
Well, yes. I know Isaac basically was attempting to condemn me and saying, you know, well, you are Josh.
Okay, I'm showing it.
Okay. I'll get it on screen. You can probably zoom in down to the bottom there if you can.
Let's see if I can do that for you.
If you click on it, it'll magnify it if you click on it.
Okay.
Yeah. And then
like
you
that.
can yeah, there you go. There you go.
Okay.
So you'll see he says, how about we see the fact that you and Will provided evidence to prove that you were innocent. So he is literally admitting that there were things put out there that proved the innocence of the accused while attempting to refer it to me.
Where is this, by the way?
This was in the side chat at Praise's show tonight. Actually, Dave called me and said, "Oh, they're talking tons of shit over there." And so I went over and tuned in for a bit and listened. And here's the beautiful moment of pure hypocrisy as well, with Isaac. And by the way, hello, Jared, welcome. So this is a stream where they have pulled up, believing they're, of course, doxing me. They've pulled up licenses, addresses, things of this nature to share on screen, all manner of personal information. Now, granted, it doesn't affect me. None of it is actually my information. And, you know, it is what it is. The point is, the intent is there, clearly. The intent is to invoke some sort of fear, I guess, of putting someone's personal, you know, information out there, hoping that someone will go and do something to them. Generally, that's what is usually hoped for. There's not much of a reason to do it other than you want to inspire some real world harassment upon people you don't like, to actually show, you know, live addresses and stuff like that and say, well, you know, this is what it shows and public record shows this and we believe this is the guy and there's his address. You know, it's the height of scumbaggery, the type that they themselves will complain is immoral and wrong and should never be done. and they have no scruples about it whatsoever. And interestingly enough, now neither did Isaac. Now, if you guys have been following the shows the last week or so, you've seen Isaac's desperate pleas to condemn me for doxing and talk about how I dox knock and create these ridiculous definitions of doxing and saying you can't dox yourself, even though you absolutely can. And taking all these weird positions and saying doxing is wrong and doxing is evil and this doxing. And look at him over here relishing and seemingly participating in attempted doxing of me.
Weird.
So again,
It's almost,
I know this
hey, Smokey, is it almost like the guy has double standards or something?
It's almost like he's a complete and utter fake of his whole religion. Yeah, it is almost like that. Now, I'll be honest with you, I get it. And I agree with all of you. Like, oh my gosh, wow, look, Smokey, you added another piece of evidence on top of the Everest pile of Isaac having no integrity or credibility. Wow, good job. Well, you know, it's there. I couldn't help myself. I figured, well, it's there. It's a quick screen grab. He's completely fucking retarded. This is an amazing show that he's a complete and utter immoral hypocrite.
But by the way, Smokey,
Yeah.
I did something today that I shouldn't have done. I shared personal information that you shared with me on Discord. So by Isaac's
you doxed. Well, yeah, I guess you just doxed or something. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I showed something that you sent me on Discord.
You're right. Then that totally makes doxing now. We've doxed everyone by sharing it on the screen. So you can see Isaac is in a stream where they're attempting, and by the way, the type of doxing I think pretty much everyone universally condemns, like trying to show like supposedly like employment history, you know, license numbers, mailing addresses, phone numbers, like all that shit.
By
like
the way,
really
I know Smokey's address. It's 102. Go the fuck to hell.
But here you had, of course, Isaac in the side chat participating in all of it. Hello, Marcus. How are you this evening?
Well, I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh,
Hey,
it's
Marcus.
Brucifer. Hi, Bruce. How you doing?
I'm not Brucifer. That's not my name. I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Okay. Well, that's great. It's nice to hear from you, Marcus.
Yes.
How'd you find our channel, by the way?
How did I find your channel?
Yeah.
It's hard not to see.
What do you mean it's hard not to see? It's not a big channel. What are you talking about?
Well, you're pretty well known, Smokey Saint, right?
Oh, am I well known? Where do you know me from?
YouTube.
Well, like where on YouTube? Like what have you seen me on?
The news unit a good bit.
Oh, you're over at the news unit too, watching over there.
Occasionally,
I mean, you sound very suspiciously just like Brucifer. Can I just say?
No, I mean it could be someone that just sounds like him. I mean, there's lots of that out there, right, Bruce?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean
Yes,
Marcus.
yes,
I'm sorry, Marcus.
Yeah,
right?
with AIDS face. Yes. So I do have a question for you, if you don't mind.
Sure. Yeah, Marcus, go right ahead.
You can call me Bruce. Or you can call me Marcus. You know, Marcus.
Because it says Marcus on your screen, motherfucker.
Mark us abyss. Like, in other words, we're marked to go to hell. All right. So.
Are you?
Yes, of course I am.
By who?
You're marked to go to hell? Why?
Yeah, who did that
to you? Here who says I'm going to, that I denied the faith, and I haven't denied the faith.
Who said that?
Well, I don't care about any of that anymore, honestly.
Well, you were talking with a guy earlier, is it Reverend Tacos, or who was the guy you were talking with in a hangout? He was
on Dave's channel,
reincarnation, and
yeah, that was Tacos. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you had expressed that that the idea, or that there's evidence for an afterlife in heaven.
What are you talking about?
Christianity makes more sense than all the other religions. And so I'm kind of wondering, what evidence would you see for eternal life like in heaven?
Ooh, good question,
It is a good
Marcus.
question. I refer to all the work of probably Gary Habermas and his colleagues on near-death experiences. I think there's a lot of pretty compelling evidence in there that there's at least some sort of consciousness that permeates after death. Whether it's aligned to Christianity, Islam, that's kind of up to debate, because people seem to see along the lines of what their presuppositional beliefs already are. So it's hard to ascertain if this is some sort of confirmation of any individual religion or just the idea that consciousness transcends the physical.
Yeah, and how
Can
does
I-
that how does that
Can I
make
ask
sense?
you a question, Marcus? Are
Well-
you free grace, by the way?
No.
No,
Okay.
he just never ever fights them and always affirms their doctrine, even though he doesn't think it's
Well,
true.
Anyhow, I would be interested in knowing how that makes Christianity make more sense in reincarnation.
No, that wasn't what made Christianity made more sense. I was saying if you were to look at the religions that have a revelation, and by the way, there's religions that don't. Like, well, Freeman's religion, which is kind of like basically made up. It's a bad example, but it's just one off the top of my head. So you have all these religions with revelations, but there could be religions that exist that have no revelation that are just as possible as Christianity. But amongst the religions that are revealed, and if one is to operate with the highest propensity of what is true, and they have a paradigm to not question the possibilities of unknown variables, then yeah, they would generally be left in a Pascal's wager scenario that it would be better to accept than reject.
As a Smokitarian, I will
No,
say
yeah,
that
but you gotta be
since
honest,
Smokey exists,
Of course, I'm in a situation where now I am questioning the potential unknown variables, specifically even viewpoints that might be absent or sans revelation. And possibly the revelation is coming not from the highest dimensional being, but just higher dimensional beings. And we could be nothing but a petri dish experiment. I'm working through some of the philosophy of this, trying to dig a little deeper and read a little more.
Yeah, you talked a bit, I think, about like a brain in a vat, you know?
Why are we talking about my beliefs? Because I don't really care about
Well, you were
beliefs that
teaching
much
them.
right
You're
now.
sharing them. You're telling people what.
Well, I mean, you're
questioning
asking me, but I mean,
and you've brought that up in the past.
well, yeah, but Tacos was trolling me with shtick.
Well, yeah, he
Tacos was
does
just
that.
trolling
Am
me
I
with
doing
shtick.
that?
He
I
does
hope
that all the
not.
time.
I hope not to be doing that.
Well, no, Tacos is known for that. That's his whole thing. He calls it shtickla. He's always coming in and doing shtickla every
Yeah, he
time.
argued guitar and stuff with me. It's like unbelievable.
Oh, he'll argue anything. He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, yeah.
He comes in sometimes. You know what he does? He gets liquored up on the sauce, and he comes in to just take any contrarian position he can find. He's known for that. I know about Tacos.
Oh, wow.
now Marcus, can I ask for your testimony?
What is your reason for wanting to know that?
I'm a curious fuck.
I think you're a pain in the ass, personally, and you're trying to corner me because you know that I'm weak.
I know nothing about you, sir.
No, you do know. Don't lie.
No,
You don't know who I am.
I know. You have to remember, I'm pretty new to this society. I have
You're
never.
pro, and I've talked
Bruce,
to you
you
before,
met
and I've
someone,
been around
Bruce.
here for how long?
Bruce, do
Sorry?
you know how amazing this is? You've met someone who does not have your docs. Look at this.
I have not looked at
why
anything.
do people have my docs?
I don't know.
You
Why
can
is
laugh all
that?
you want. Go ahead, tell me, why do they have them?
Bruce, I know nothing about you, so
Okay,
that's
let me-
why I'm asking.
Here's the thing.
Because you know that Ryan put him out all over the place because
Bruce,
it's the
Bruce.
Jesus thing to do.
I don't look at things like that. I don't
Tell
care.
people where you live. Their name is this, and they live
Bruce.
here.
Bruce.
And I'm gonna meet
I
them at the
don't
restaurant down the
care. Oh my
street.
God.
Well, don't
Hold on.
ask me any damn questions then if you don't care. Shut
I
up.
am a lot. I don't care
I'm not
about your
going to
docs.
answer you then if you don't care.
I don't care about your docs.
Okay, hold on.
That's why I asked.
I don't
about
want
your
this to get out of control. I don't want to be rude to Bruce. I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
want
not
this to
going
get
to
out of control.
sit and argue this freaking
No,
guy.
it's no, here. Hold on, Bruce. Let me. I want to. Bruce. Bruce. I want to give you a solid chance here. I'm not trying to be mean. I want to give you a solid chance here. Like, so I want you to, because here's the thing. I don't know if you saw. I invited GY6 to come in, and I let him talk to give his whole side. Did you not see that?
No, I missed it.
No, I
saw
did.
a post about it, but I did miss it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I did. I think it was earlier today. I think it was. It might have been yesterday's show. I don't know.
I think
did
it was yesterday.
Yeah, I did. I did a good number of shows kind of sandwiched together. Anyway, I had some spare time this weekend, and I love streaming.
By the way, Ryan doxed me there. It looks in the side and he's saying I denied Christianity. Just because I have, look, the one thing I didn't do with Christianity, I didn't say I hate all you guys. And I know, Smokey, that did blow my mind that you said you hate all the Christians. I've never said that.
Well, I mean, not all. I mean, I'm being hyperbolic, but I'm being hyperbolic when I say that. You know what I mean.
Yeah, so why is Veckel and Ryan and Rebuke Joe, whatever, having a great time that I have a hard time believing? Why is
then we have something in common.
Yeah, I know. I've heard you talk plenty, like on praises and here and different guys. I obviously, we know who you are.
Bruce, I want you to get the chance to tell the story, because let me tell you something. I've heard a bunch of variations of the story of Ryan doxing you. Okay, I let me just try and reiterate, and you tell me if I'm getting it wrong. Okay, if this is the story. You uploaded a video once of you outside your business, which is right next to where you live, and you had blurred everything out, but someone, not Ryan, had gone and unblurred it, and then Ryan grabbed it and shared that, and then people had your docs. How close am I?
Well, that's a lie, because it would be impossible to unblur it. What happened was I put my camera on a tripod, right? And then I came down on my unicycle, riding down through the parking lot and around out in front of the house. And when I came around the corner, because the camera was sitting on a tripod, it was really easy. And if the sign was above my head, to just blur the sign out. So it's totally blurred out. Nobody unblurred it or anything like that. He just lied about it because he didn't want to get caught. And then
wait, so he figured it out from it being blurred? Is that what you're saying?
No, he knew my address already, because he found all this stuff on that cult website, and so he already knew all that, and he just used it as an excuse to dox me and then try to justify it because I busted him on what he did. And so
if he had it all, but if he had all your stuff previously, why didn't he release it previously? Why did it all focus around that video if he had it all previously?
He had already been doxing me at that point.
So, yeah, why does it keep always coming back to this video? That, like, it's just this video you're upset about, right?
No. The whole thing from the very beginning, doxing from the beginning, which him and
when did the doxing start?
Let me explain. Him and his buddy Fro claimed Catholic Fro. Those two guys claimed.
You have to clarify that, because those
two guys claimed that I when I came online, my business was connected to my YouTube channel or something, which is a lie. That never happened. Mm-hmm. And when I would call them out on it, they just get pissed off. And then people like Veckel would just let them sit there and air this garbage when it's not true at all. That's what's been frustrating, just blatant lies. And,
what is Ryan? Okay, well, what does Ryan have to do to settle the doxing dispute? Like, what are you requesting?
Stop freaking doxing me. That's all I've ever asked.
Well, but where are you, Bruce? I don't even know where you're being doxed. And I know you don't want to tell us live on air where you're being doxed.
Look at his link in the side chat, and then on YouTube, he has one or two videos up now. He has one or two videos up now with doxing me.
Here's the thing. I don't support doxing, Bruce. I never did. I don't like it.
Well, I apologize for having anything to do with him and others who dox. I apologize. I am sorry.
When did the doxing start, Bruce? So when did all this stuff start happening, where, like, you were noticing your personal information was out there?
That goes back pretty far. It's probably boy, oh boy, probably around the time. You'd have to go look at all that stuff up. I don't really keep record of every detail. But
I mean, you have like an estimate? Like it was around the time that I was around?
yeah. It was around that. Yeah, and around a similar time when all that was going on, and you had like the Levite thing, and there was a lot of weird stuff going on, and then you had the Jack Smack guy being doxxed, and like all that stuff kind of blurs together somewhat. I'd have to go back and dig through stuff and figure out the details of who was being doxxed when. Exactly. It's been years.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know why. Like to this day, like most anybody that he makes a video about, the dude doxes. Like, why? Like, nobody needs to know. It doesn't help anybody. It hurts people, though.
I think there is a sense of, at least if I could, I'm not trying to speak for Ryan, but I'm sure he wouldn't want to respond to this anyway. But the way I kind of see it, for him, I think it's a point of leverage. Like he has information like that is not typically easily known. And I think it gives him a sense of like that he has a leverage position or a position of power, where these people are exerting power over him pretty regularly. Like, I don't even know what the central problem is between you and Ryan. I mean, do you even know anymore?
Serious question. Who's exerting power over him and how?
Well, okay. Ryan hasn't been treated well by a lot of these people, and I'm not excusing everything Ryan did. I don't even know everything Ryan did, honestly. Yeah, I didn't keep up with the tabs on all of this stuff, and I haven't gone and looked deep through all the archives and the thousands of hours of content. I don't have time for that shit anymore.
I don't either.
So I, it's there, it exists, whatever. And there's all this contention and bitterness. I mean, do you even remember why you and Ryan started to have a falling out? Like, you weren't always at each other's throats. Like, what did this?
No, I think it was an interest. I think my interest in some shaving apparatuses and knives and things like that. He seemed to get upset over that. I don't know. So I would make videos like shaving with butcher knives and stuff. I don't remember.
I do remember one of those
stuff I would do, or I shaved with a machete once or some freaking crazy thing. But at any rate, I would do stuff like that, and I think it pissed him off. I don't know.
No, come on, man. Be real. Like, there must be. Come on, there must be something there. Like, what?
I think maybe I do remember, like early on when a lot of this started. Come to think of it, there was an issue. Levite was in one of Thick Shade's hangouts, and he had said he had put in text that Ryan was abused by his father, and Ryan's talked more about that than I have. I don't remember the details, but whatever. I don't hold what happened or what happened when he was a baby or 10 years old or whatever, any of that stuff. That was then and this is now. So that stuff generally doesn't matter to me. But anyhow, I got mad at Levite because he was harassing Ryan and really shouldn't have brought that up and put it out there in the public.
Right.
It was nobody's business what happened to him as a kid. And so, like I said, I'm not going to explain his specifics because it's irrelevant. It has nothing to do with today and people on YouTube. And so anyhow, Ryan came in and started defending Levite, even though Levite was trying to hurt Ryan because they were fighting about something.
Right.
And that seemed to be when things really went to hell. Yeah, I think that was probably the major. Yeah, and then
since then it's been like it's so he's just going around, and when you say like he's doxing you mean like he's using your full name is really what you mean, right? Like that's what you're talking about.
Right, he's used my full name and put my address out there, so he'll give and then instruct people to it's bad. Yeah, he's trying to cause whatever, man. I mean, if I think it's the most. I think to see people like Veckel and Janet, to be honest.
I mean, you're not actually. I mean, you're not actually.
No, let me explain though. To
Go
see
ahead.
these people promoting what he's doing is probably one of the most.
Well, I don't think I'm
things.
promoting it. I don't think
Oh
I'm.
no,
promoting
you're not. No, but I'm saying Veckel and Janet have promoted what he's doing, and the thing that's mind blowing to me is they claim to know Jesus and to have the Holy Spirit and all this. And I think, that has screwed up my faith. That has bad.
For the first time in a long time, Bruce, maybe we can actually relate a little bit on something, because I kind of agree with you. I think, I think the fact that there are certain instances where God or the Holy Spirit is claimed to be functioning or active, and you look at it and you think that there's a certain expectation based upon your perspective of what's promised to be seen, and it's not there, and you start, questioning how you even draw the line about someone saved or not saved, or having the Holy Spirit or not having the Holy Spirit, or does the Holy Spirit exist at all? And that's something even I've had to recently question based upon events and, real world events too. I mean, this is not just in our own micro chamber. I mean, look at the state of Christianity in the Western world. I mean, it's horrific. And it's very hard to find any, I guess you would say, sense of like real fellowship or communion. In fact, most of us seem to have been relegated to these online spheres where, at least here, we actually can find people who align with us more closely, than as opposed to just picking a place based upon geography.
Amen.
But I can appreciate the perspective that some people claiming the Holy Spirit and failing to live up to an expectation can be damaging.
I mean, I think what gets me, and I would have people ask me, like, like I'd say, "Where's your Jesus?" kind of thing, right? But I think that Jesus said to love God and love your neighbor, which basically, that's the 10 Commandments, right?
Right. Sure.
The first 4 and the last 6. So, and I think, you know what, though, there is something to that. And so I used to say we have to do, and then with time, I started to get the idea we should at least be trying. And then I'd feel bad to say try, because that's not actually doing,
Right.
But I realized that at least when people try, you see it. Like, you can tell people are trying. Like, we screw up, we fail, and we've put this argued over that somewhat. Like, I'll say, I fail because I know I can't measure up, but we try, and when you fail, you go. So I think that when somebody's trying, we'll see it. But when they're purposely trying to hurt people, and that's their goal, they can't have Jesus. That's my opinion.
Actually, I would say that 1 John 3 probably backs some of that up, and also why I think free grace is horseshit. And I agree with you. Like, I espouse some pretty strong hatred right now. I'm not shy about it. I'm not hiding it. I'm not even saying it's virtuous. I'm not even saying it's moral. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just saying it's there. It exists, and there are ramifications and consequence, to that. That is a at the very least a speed bump, if not something else entirely, of a drop off of faith. But I'm still working it out, either way, and trying to navigate all of this and my thoughts and philosophies that, and there's things I've thought about that I don't even really share here. I'm not trying to put stuff out there that's going to cause someone else to,
I don't either. Like, I won't even argue it usually.
I mean, I could say something like, I could come on here and I could share one of my deep philosophical challenges to my faith, and then now I've put that in everyone else's head, where they weren't even thinking about that shit before. You know what I mean? So
I agree 100%.
Yeah. So, I'm not in any kind of position to think that even if Christianity was false, that it doesn't have virtue and value. Like, that's, I mean, that these are two completely separate arguments. So.
No, I agree. I appreciate what you're saying, and I think that it is possible to be true. It's just that sometimes it's hard when I think it hurts when you spend your life dedicated to it, and then you go, how can this happen? Like, how can this be happening? Like, this
let me
doesn't.
share with you an interesting paradox. When I was last around doing my thing and started with the atheists and then moved on to the Christians and the heretics and stuff like that, there's an interesting paradox that emerged. Like, I was anxious all the time about the state of people's souls. Like I cared a lot. In fact, I could argue that I cared too much. In fact, I cared so much that I developed vehement spite towards anyone teaching bad doctrine, bad heresy, dangerous things that in my mind at the time, and certainly, well, still kind of is, is the murdering of a soul. Like, I was seeing grand slaughter.
Well, I do remember that. I remember you talking about that.
Yeah. And, that amount of care caused me to react in a way, the way that you would think someone would react if you thought you saw someone killing someone else in front of you. That's the.
Wait a second. There's news in the side chat. That's bullshit, man.
I believe Bill would say that, but I don't know.
Well, hey, man, that's news to me. Either I totally misunderstood something. I don't know where the heck. You better present evidence for that, because I need.
Well, I do remember Bill saying, I would probably have the clip somewhere. Bill wanted a nuke to be dropped on Will Kincaid's house so it would kill him and his whole family. I do remember that. That was a long time ago. Will probably has the clip or something.
Sides,
no, I don't even think you were there for that. Actually, I don't think you were.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But anyway, so my point was, it's kind of an interesting. My point was, it's kind of an interesting paradox, because you can probably get to the point where you care so much that you're willing to do anything possible to like work out a positive event. And you even make yourself anxious, because you're thinking what could be said or not said could be the difference between someone's salvation and not, whether they find the right path or not.
Yeah. I agree.
But that amount of fervor, reached a critical mass too, where now it is just about tearing them down to the best of my ability so they can't keep doing what they're doing. And it blurs the lines of ethics when you get to that point. And so I think there's a healthy balance. I care less today, and I think that's better. And people would say, well, hey, Smokey, it's really evil that you're totally okay and happy with Isaac and Praise going to hell. But is it? I mean, I'm calm. I'm not reacting to their attempted, supposed doxing bullshit they're doing on their channel all night tonight.
Yeah, I didn't.
I'm kind of in a. I'm in a state of peace about it. Like, caring less isn't necessarily bad, because now I don't I don't give a shit if Praise goes to hell. You know what I mean?
No, I would care.
You get what I'm saying. Like, the byproduct of the not caring is just even a sense of like calmness and like being okay with things, like in some type of way, basically, like knowing that they're fucked if they continue down this path anyway. And it almost gives you like a sense of peace.
This doesn't sound crazy, but like when I look at the free grace thing and I think, well, okay, so let's say somebody's free grace and they're trying to live a decent life, what are they guilty of? And entrusting that they were saved.
That's an interesting dynamic, Bruce. It really is. Two things. One, I do think it's possible, and I think the saving faith is the faith that is the fidelity and the commitment to follow God. Now, if that manifests in them believing that they still are going to follow his commands and statutes and morals and stuff like that, and the only difference is they think it's for rewards instead of salvation, that might be fine. But here's the big problem. is that the free grace doctrine numbs the conscience of self-reflection. It gives a sense of infinite self-assuredness that prevents someone to following clear warning passages of scripture, like examining yourselves to see whether or not you're in the faith. It makes you complacent. And that is where I find the real danger of free grace.
But when observing, a good many, I want to say conditionalists, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you see them doing pure evil to you and others. Well, then it's like you would think it would be all the worse for them, actually. I would think. And of course,
it would depend
you
on.
and me right now, our only hope would be grace.
Well, here's the thing, Bruce. Yeah, but conditionalism is only the first part of it. The other part is whether or not someone even has the capacity to ascertain what Christian metaethics even is. It's not the 613 commandments. It's not the 10. It's the thing that sits behind them that inspires them. That's the thing that's the morality, because that's the thing that will apply universally in every situation. The instantiations never will.
Yeah.
So, like this basic thing, if you cannot find a way to ascertain through Christianity the hierarchy of virtue, vice, ethics, you're fucked. You're not going to make good decisions, no matter what you believe about soteriology. And by the way, I do think a competent awareness of the true ethics of Christianity, which are taught very strongly by Christ himself. So there's really no excuse to not get it.
But a serious question, what doesn't love God and love your neighbor encompass? What wouldn't that cover?
See that? Well, I don't even know how to answer that question, Bruce, because you can picture scenarios where things that typically in a generalized way you would consider unloving are in a real way intrinsically loving at the end of the day. So it's hard. Again, the virtue vice ethic isn't about.
It's pretty few and far and few between. I think it's pretty rare.
So like, let me give an example. Like I could say it's objectively wrong to go over 65 miles an hour. And we say that's universal because
when you take somebody to the hospital that's dying.
There you go.
That's
See,
right.
That's taking the meta ethics that inspires the instantiation instead of holding hard line to the instantiation.
Yeah, and the judge of that. We obviously, this is where I see where we need grace, and that everybody fails. We all are going to fail, and maybe because we didn't do it. Like say you stayed 55 or whatever, and then the person dies, whatever, right? Then you're guilty. And if you get busted, say you have an accident because you were doing 80 or 90 and a car pulled out and you hit them and it was worse. Well, I think God would look at your heart. That would be my hope, and it hopefully.
Agreed. And again, now you're speaking about the meta ethics of it instead of the instantiation, and you're right. It does matter about the heart, and God cares about the heart because only the heart that's committed is the heart that's saved, and the heart that's committed will necessarily, unavoidably, find avenues of enlightenment about things about morality, the nature of the gospel, God's relationship to man, his relationship to reality. Things will reveal over time. It's unavoidable if someone is in a true committed relationship. If they're not, then it's just going to be machinations of their feeble minds. And this is the only explanation I can come to from a Christian paradigm that explains all the mess around us. So,
yeah.
Again, I'm not aligning with Christianity, certainly not in name, and currently I don't believe in belief. So this isn't really something particularly applicable to me, but I'm comfortable arguing from the hat of Christianity. So I will adopt it when advantageous to point out bullshit, I guess, if that makes sense.
I do find myself, though, even though I question things, I do find myself praying, and I've been that way for years, I still pray and ask God to help me understand. And and be with certain people or help so-and-so or whatever, you know, and I don't know. It's just, I guess I figure I don't have to know, but I still pray and ask God to be there, I guess, for others. You know, I don't know what else. That's just what I do. Kind of what I've been left with for years.
I kind of agree that at some point we're not all. Here's the thing: none of us are ever going to get it perfectly right. And I've said this before. I'm sure you've heard me say it. Like sometimes when we're analyzing things or criticizing things, at the end of the day, I can't believe I'm starting to say that. At the end of the day, it ends up being all about degrees or metrics. Like, you know, because everything is kind of, in terms of the decision of, like, say, an interaction, you know, it all rests on a spectrum. You know, I can be super sickeningly sweet, nice. I can be kind of sweet and, you know, somewhat blunt. I can be middle line blunt and just get it out there. I can be harsh blunt. I can be forceful. I can even be vulgar. I have a wide, huge spectrum of possible avenues to go down in terms of any given interaction. And to me, it was usually about thinking and wanting to analyze what was going to be A, the most impactful, B, the most memorable, C, the most compelling. You know, I would go down the list and think, I want to communicate in a way where I have something important to put out there and I want to make it as hard as possible to ignore. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I can see that. I think, yeah, for me, like we've all, you and I have always had a very different idea. Like I kind of get the idea that we should try to be loving, even though I'm not always good at that.
Well, I'm not laying any claim anyone is. That's in fact part of the challenge of the faith, isn't it?
But try, you know, I think to esteem others above ourselves, and I think that's something that often keeps me in check. So I realize, am I doing that? I'm failing there, man. I'm not trying to beat myself up. I'm just trying to say, when I look at these teachings within Christianity, I think, no, man, I can't touch that. I can't. And maybe that's why grace to me does make sense. No matter where you stand, you would need it in the Christian faith.
You know, I think there's an allowance of grace, even probably for some rebellion. But there is a line, and what I've tried to tell the free gracers and everyone all this time is that, like, you don't know where the line is. The point is, you don't want to go searching for it. You don't want to be testing it.
Yes.
So you want to be doing all you can to live to the statutes, the morality, and stuff like that. It's not about. In fact, I think it says something toxic about a person if they start asking that type of question. It's like they want to know how much they could get away with.
Do you know what's really weird, though? Check this idea out. Tell me what you think. That if you were doing it just to get to heaven, then I don't think it would be authentic, you know, and God would know that. And so I've always had this idea.
I think so, too.
Yeah,
that's actually a fair point.
He knows your every thought and your, you know,
almost like can you follow the statutes and just not really love God type thing, you know?
Yeah, it has to be for the right reason. You know, it's weird. You know, to me, it's weird because
I will admit I don't feel any compelling internal sense of love towards God right now. I don't, and that's probably a problem.
I don't. It probably hurts because you wonder where he's at. Is my guess.
I just don't. I mean, it's just there. I don't feel like what I used to feel, like almost that sense of realness and presence, you know, like it just doesn't seem to. And it's caused me to start to question if all of that was just, you know, some sort of internal mental affirmation that, you know, I've been alone the whole time. Was there even really anyone there? Am I making this up? Am I just trying to engage in some confirmation bias by claiming there's some sort of presence? I've really had to analyze my life a little bit more closely.
in a lot of this, because I just don't feel that sense of real or love towards this being anymore. And I mean, I know that can't be a sign that I can be a part of the faith. Like, it doesn't matter what I believe about Jesus or what he did or didn't do. Like, this is the fucking crux, you know? So, I don't know.
Did you ever have any experiences that just seem beyond chance? Like, I've had a few things like that in life where I look at it and go, wow, I don't think I could have made that up. Like, I don't think, you know, it was beyond my ability to come up with such a bizarre thought or thing. You know, have you ever had anything like that happen? Like a God type thing, I guess you might say.
I mean, like it, you know, actually it's funny. Charlie Michaels even asked me this once, in an email. And the thing is, like, I mean, you talk about like some sort of like supernatural experience or like some sort of sign of the Holy Spirit. And the thing is, like, things, but things like, and this is what I was kind of explaining, like, things happen where it's almost like, like you could give credit to God because it almost seems like maybe something happened to protect you or warn you or something, or it could just be chance, you know. And it's the type of thing where it could be plausible deniability. Do you get what I'm saying? Like how far do you stretch this to claim that, like, well, God did it? Like, you know, I don't know, your car not breaking down on the side of the road on a vacant highway and you saying a prayer and suddenly a tow truck just shows up. Right. Like, well, you know what I mean? Like, well, was the tow truck just on his way back somewhere, or is this really God working? You know what I mean? Like, and so, like, how far do you stretch this to even ascertain? Have I seen orbs or like magical things? No, none of that. But is there like stuff in my life that previously I've adopted to think that was the hand of God? Yeah. But I look at it now and I'm like, well, but was it though? You know, and that's kind of where I'm at with it. Yeah.
I think a lot of things I can write off is just, well, that could happen. I mean, like I said, there's only a few things in my life where I go, wow, that was pretty weird. Like, the chances of that, or my thinking this up, like, nah. Yeah. But they're very, very, you know, there's only a few things in my life that were that bizarre. I mean, most things, I could probably write off as just chance, what have you, you know.
I mean, I think a Christian will generally, and I guess it depends on the Christian, but they'll look at pretty much everything and see God in it, you know? And like, I'm at this point where I just see a bunch of random variables. Like, I've lost this sense of seeing a design or an intention in it because it's just all so fucking messy. You know?
When I was in the charismatic movement, I was pretty young, right? And I remember going to the mall with this guy, this musician guy. I remember at the church, and then anyhow, and we pull into the mall, you know, and he finds a parking spot. Thank you, Jesus for the car space. Amen. You know, he's so excited. What the heck? I couldn't even comprehend it at that point. You know, I was like,
kind of funny.
Yeah, and that stuff would just crack. It would be like, what? You know, and next thing you know, I became one of them. You know, it's like, oh my gosh, you know.
I don't know about a lot of the charismania stuff, and I've seen some of them. I've even visited some of those churches where, you know, you have a headache and you have the demon of headaches that needs to be casted out. You know, shit like that.
I mean, honestly, like, I had, like, you know, anxiety and all that stuff. You know, that's another thing we were talking about, Ryan. But he says I'm a drunk, and I don't have agoraphobia. I'm sorry. It's just funny to me. Like, you know, my drunk videos where I drink a fifth of whiskey. Like,
and it's really like iced tea.
Yeah, like
like
you know, I
you're
just put a little bit
pulling
of coffee
the
in there.
Jim Leahy with
Yeah,
it with Bobby's
just
tea.
a little bit of coffee in the bottle, mix it up, and you got to be careful not to shake it or it gets too many bubbles in it, but it doesn't look real. But I sit there and I go like, how can I chug that and keep talking? Like some of you guys can't figure this out. I'm not a drunk. I drink hardly ever, you know. Once in a while I do. Yeah, I drink a little whiskey now and then. I don't drink much else. But I
And of
don't drink
course, you
enough.
know, the clip that's always haunted you is the time that you rolled a cigarette like a joint and smoked it. That really fucked you over.
Well, the reason that I did that was I had an umbilical hernia operation. Anyhow, so they sewed that up because I ripped it out when I was doing martial arts when I was younger.
Yeah.
And so I came home from the operation.
Living with a hernia.
Yeah,
Sorry.
well, I was in pain, you know, and they gave me. I was so trashed because they just send you right home anymore after an operation. You know, the last so many years, you know, they just send you home,
Yeah.
you know. And so when I came home, I was trashed, and yeah, I rolled that cigarette up like a joint, and I was playing the flute and doing the thing for Thick Shades. Is that the one?
I think it was.
Hey
I think
man,
it was. I only got the clip, but yeah, I
yeah,
think so. Yeah.
yeah, and because I was
The
so
clip
like,
that I saw was very, very short and clearly missing entirely too much context. But anyway.
yeah, and it was yeah, it was totally ridiculous. But because I was so messed up from you know just leaving getting the operation done and coming home, I'm like, oh, I might as well act like I'm stoned and make this video about Thick Shades, you know. So I'm like, okay, that's how that happened.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally ridiculous, you know. Fun, no. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's
Now,
crazy, like, the people
Brucifer,
talking like that.
one thing I have always wondered about, why are you and Praise I Am fighting?
Who? What?
Why are you and Praise I Am fighting?
Wait, you're asking why are me and Praise I Am parting?
No, fighting.
How would you know we were fighting?
Well, there's a good number of clips, Bruce, that you yourself upload where you're going over there and dude is giving you the business pretty regularly.
Yeah, but I thought Fro didn't know who I was.
Well,
that's a good question.
Yeah, you were presenting that you didn't even know who I was. So what the hell what are you talking about now?
Well, I know some small
I would
things.
appreciate if you made sense. That is why I got torqued off earlier, because I think you're BSing me. You know, don't do that.
I know parts. I don't know a lot about you.
I mean, just
know
be straight up with me, okay?
I know parts, Bruce.
Okay, well, the reason we don't get along is because I think dude treats people like crap.
Well, we agree on that.
I don't appreciate when people treat people like that.
Yeah.
And I never have. And because I lay into dude once in a while for treating people like garbage, Praise decided to lay into it too. And so whatever, man, that's their problem.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bow to them.
The dude has hated you for a long time.
Yeah, he has.
Were you a part of them for a long time?
What's that?
Were you part of them for a long time?
No, but I've you know, I've had my disagreements with Free Grace, but I try to get along with people, and I like people that are Free Grace. I like people that are Wesleyan or Baptist, or I don't care. I mean, within reason, I don't care.
I have a near, I would say, almost unnatural, bordering on irrational hatred for Free Gracers.
I don't think it's irrational, to be fair.
Might not be.
Why?
I mean, I'm not saying it's complete. I mean, it does have reasons. I'm just saying. I'm not saying.
Yeah, I don't think it's irrational at all. I mean, the whole fucking pedo thing has.
Well, but that's not. Yeah, but that's not really the reason.
No, but I mean, it's a good. What is it? It's a good.
What does Free Grace really? I don't really even know what you're grabbing hold of a few people and being pissed off at a whole doctrinal view based on a few people, you know, that you don't
Well,
like. You know,
yeah,
like
but
you
I mean, aside from Charles, I mean, I don't come across too many free gracers that I find actually being honest. In fact, the reason I like Charles is because he's so honest. Like you can ask Charles outright, you know, hey, can I, you know, worship Satan after accepting Christ for a moment, you know, for the whole rest of my life and still get in and be like, yeah, he's going to drag you up to heaven, you know, even though you love Satan and all that, you know. I mean, Charles at least will just be completely outright honest about it. The rest of
I don't
them,
know, I'd say that's complicated. It's a complicated area. I mean, and only God knows your heart. That's just, wouldn't it come down to that?
well, in free grace, no, it has nothing to do with the heart. It's nothing. It's all about positional shit. Like it's all about this mental assensus to the factoid, and you're locked in. There's no relational dynamic needed whatsoever. That's why I hate it. It's fucking gross. Like, what even is the faith? What are the contents of it? It's just a fucking. It's just, oh, I believe a fact about history, and all of a sudden I'm virtuous. That's fucking retarded.
Well, I think the idea that he died for your sins, and that you know, if you believe, and then I guess naturally you would follow. But I suppose that is where it gets weird, though, because some people.
Well, no, I can
they have
believe.
no
No, I
desire.
mean,
Yeah,
here's
but
the thing, and I made this point before. And then these people do exist. They're rare, but they're out there. I can believe the cross happened. Jesus is real. You know, all this shit actually happened. I can affirm all these things and say he's a dumb bitch for doing it, and I want to worship Satan. I think he's the one that got it right. You know, you know, well, I believe in the gospel. Am I saved? Even though I think God's an asshole for it, I mean, I wouldn't think so. But the free gracers, you know, the free gracers, they can't say no. Well, you affirmed the factoid. You're fucking locked in.
Okay, so you would think that he was a real idiot, but he did give his life.
No, I mean, I'm
for
not
you,
saying
so
that's
you're
my
saying.
position. I'm
No,
not
I'm
saying it's my,
saying
I'm
you're
just
presenting
saying
that idea.
yeah,
You
I
could
mean, there's
be that
people out
idiot.
there like that. Yeah, I mean.
Wow, yeah, I don't know. I think.
Well, I mean, think about the Satanists that are actually the spiritual ones. You know, they generally do believe that there's truth in what the Bible reveals and truth about Jesus and all that. Some of them even affirm the gospel message, and they just hate God for it. You know, they see it as grotesque, you know, to have innocents pay for the blood of guilt
you
and
had
so
that
on and
one
so forth, all
Satanist
this
guy.
weird shit.
You had like a Satanist that was on one of your channels a while back.
Yeah, I remember him. Yeah, there was a bald guy, kind of albino looking. I remember him. Yeah.
Yeah, and I talked with him, and it was kind of weird because when it got to the point of like if your car was broke down, asking him about, you know, would you rather a Christian or a Satanist, you know, drive by, you know?
Right.
It got kind of weird, you know, like and actually caring about people and such. He didn't do well there, you know.
Their Discord, by the way, was a nightmare show.
Really? I lost sound.
They're pedophiles and rapists, and you fucking stole money from this and that. It was heinous. They just tons of fucking horrible shit in their Discord.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I didn't hear you there for a bit, and I just caught that.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, I was just saying their Discord was heinous. It is full of all these horrible accusations. Everyone accusing each other of everything and stealing and rape and all this other crazy shit. Yeah, it was weird, man. I'll tell you.
You have to admit, to go from Christianity to Satanism, it would take a unique mind at the very least, you know. Pretty strange.
Yeah, I think there is a potential pride dynamic to relate out of it, that somehow paradoxically God just is wrong, and that, you know, Satan's side is the proper side, and God will somehow be forced to acknowledge it if he's actually good. It's crazy fucking thoughts. I don't know.
Nuts. I mean, it is weird.
Well, I mean, even Satan seems to operate with such an intellect, with the temptations of Christ, believing he's going to catch him, catch 22, you know, in order to keep him from fulfilling his purpose, you know, because Satan didn't know exactly what he was there to do. So he thinks he's going to catch him in a catch 22 and force him to sin. And it just didn't work out. So there's these weird, complex dynamics in our reality that I think a lot of us underestimate. Honestly.
Yeah. Bulb is
Well,
fine,
ladies and gentlemen, I wish you an amazing day. I wish that you will find out whatever you do is amazing. I have to go. Be
All
blessed,
right.
and I love you all.
Have a good day, Fro.
Nice to meet you again, Bruce.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah. Take care, bro. Yeah.
Good night,
Bye,
man.
Smokey.
Have a good day. Yeah, speaking of, oh my gosh, I woke up in the middle of the night. Ridiculous, and I realized I should go back to bed.
I probably should too. I'm going to shut this down here pretty quick.
Hey,
I
I
already
appreciate
covered
your
what I already
talking
covered
with
what I
me.
could. Yeah, no, I
really do.
appreciate it too, Bruce. Yeah, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks. Well, have a good night and hope you get some good sleep and all that stuff. Take care of
Yeah,
that.
sounds good. Have a good night, Bruce.
Night.
All right, Andrew, anything you want to say before I do a little monologue here and wrap this up?
I'll do a monologue and wrap it up. I don't really have much else to say. I just miss hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, no, man, it's good to see you. You should pop in the streams more often. It's good to see you around.
At the moment, it's called work.
Well, I get that. But, you never know. You see me around, make sure the bell notifications hit, and if you're available, pop in.
Yeah. Well, we're on school holidays, so we're on, I'm still cleaning.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, what time is it over there right now, by the way?
It's about 7:20 on a Saturday night.
20 past. Wow, yeah, you're way ahead. Wow, shit. Okay. Yeah, you'd say it's almost the very next day for you over there. Fucking hell. Okay,
Yes,
shit.
I jumped in my DeLorean.
All right. Hell, fucking A. All right. Well, good to see you, Andrew. Thank you for popping in, buddy. You have yourself a good evening then, I guess, where you're at.
I was going to ask you, have you heard about Kirk Cameron?
I did hear about him embracing annihilationism. I think everyone's freaking out about that a little more than they probably need to. But yeah,
I agree. But I was just going to say there appears to be a couple of people coming out in his defense.
I don't know that annihilationism is damnable heresy. I'm not sure that could probably be supported from scripture. I don't think doctrines of hell are a component of the gospel, so you couldn't really necessarily say it's a different gospel. It's sticky, but I think everyone's overreacting a little bit. Wait, fuck cares? He's just some fucking actor that happens to be a Christian. And by the way, a B-list burned out fucking actor anyway. Who gives a shit about this, really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it was Todd Friel from Wretched.
Oh, that fucking guy. God, he's always sticking his nose in dumb shit. Oh fucking
no.
Todd Friel.
He was saying that it's possibly not cutting you off from Christianity.
Yeah, I don't think I can't see a solid argument to think it's necessarily damnable doctrine. I don't even see a good argument to connect it to being a part of the gospel or a different gospel or any of that. I would need more. Yeah, I don't see that connective. But I guess an argument could be made that, well, the consequence of the rejection of the gospel is part of the gospel, but I think that's a little bit of a leap.
The other person who is supporting him is Wes Huff, of all people.
Wait, say that again?
Wes Huff is also defending Kirk Cameron.
Oh, shit. Okay, well.
So, but
Wes Huff
himself.
Well, wait a minute. Wes Huff isn't an annihilationist, or is he?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's just saying, "Hey, stop freaking out about this type thing."
Yeah. Basically, that's what he's trying to say to the vast majority of people. But everybody, even my buddy Dan Patterson, has been talking about this.
Gotcha. Okay, interesting.
You don't know him, but he's questioning Christianity. He used to be under RZIM. He knew nothing about the scandals or that crap that went on.
Right.
It was hidden from him and the other Australian who was part of it. And so they kind of didn't hear it, but and they didn't necessarily want to be part of the rubbish that was. But he has, I don't know his position. I certainly come at the place of it. They go somewhere. They have to go somewhere for eternal separation from God.
Right.
It is not necessarily a loving God doing it, but it's a just God.
Right.
That's just really all I wanted to kind of say, because it's kind of annoying me that it gets under my skin, like when I tried to be an atheist for a little while.
I do hold to the eternal conscious torment doctrine.
Yeah.
But I don't think this is probably a salvific issue. I haven't yet to see a real solid argument that it is. So
No.
Universalism, however, universalism, I do believe, is a different gospel, and it's purely fucking damnable.
Oh, yes.
But annihilationism, I haven't seen a real good argument, to condemn that. So
I also believe free grace has a separate God.
That I also agree with, 110%. Yeah,
free grace in itself is the God.
I agree. The grace is the God. The grace itself is the God. Yeah, I agree, 100%. Yeah, the grace becomes the idol. Yep.
Yeah, and of course the pod have got their own trio, so that's the Creator, the Holy Spirit, and then I don't know which one's Jesus, but
well, I think Dude would have to be the Father because he's older. I guess Olive would have to be the Holy Spirit, and I guess Praise would have to be Fat Jesus. So I think that's what you got.
I mean, I've been trying to go after these guys
good luck
for about
finding
3
a
years.
cross. Good luck finding a cross that'll fit Praise, but I think that's the hierarchy over there.
Oh, I think we'll find one. These 1 minute clips that are on YouTube of these fat people going off zip lines and the zip line snaps. I'm sure we can do that.
Legit, yeah. All right. Well, okay. Well, Andrew, I appreciate you, buddy. You have yourself a good evening. I'll catch up with you later.
Will do. Ciao.
Take care, bud. All right. Bobby, you came in. You wanted to say something.
Yeah, I was hoping to talk to Bruce, but it's no big deal.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you sitting back there a hot minute? I didn't see you.
Yeah, no big deal. I don't feel any loss at all at not being able to talk to him. That's okay.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry about that, Bob. I apologize. I didn't see you back there. I was doing it on my phone, too. I would have noticed you if I was on the computer. I don't know why I didn't hear the sound.
All right.
But anyway, do you want to have any final words? Anything you want to say?
Not particularly, no.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for stopping by. It's good to see you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Somebody's asking in the side chat. Sorry. Somebody's asking in the side chat when you're going to debate Charles.
Oh, that's a good question. We kind of need to probably decide on a topic. I don't think Charles wants to debate the topic I want to debate. And by his own admission, it's a field of the doctrine that he is not focused a lot of study on, which is the meta philosophy of it. So I told Charles I want to debate him on the meta philosophy, basically the theological philosophy of free grace in comparison to conditionalism. But our initial interaction on that was about epistemological claims and metrics of certainty. And I think the grand point of the whole challenge got lost in the weeds. I would hope to rehash it with him in more of a formal debate style, but he's going to have to want to arrange that or set that up, and we need to find a mod. It won't be standing because he won't host me, so it's going to have to and it's certainly sure as shit not going to be praised. So Layman's going to have to find a moderator that can handle it. So we'll have to see. I'm sure he has someone in his wheelhouse. I mean, even if it was one of his acolytes over there or whatever, he's got, what is that banana guy or whatever, the what's his name, Kurt Russell or some fucking thing. that guy could do it. I mean, any of those guys I'm not going to be super picky about the moderator. They just have to have a basic idea of what the fuck they're doing. That's all.
Yeah, the format of debate and fallacies.
Yeah, and keeping things on point and, time frames and all that shit. Yeah. So,
and you want a decent sized channel as well, don't you?
Well, I mean, I'm not, if it's going to be a good debate, I don't really care about that. Yeah, I mean, fuck, I debated Cosmic Skeptic. That's not like that brought me tons of subs. You know what I mean?
Well, you could come to my channel.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. You know what, Bob? That might be our only option at some point. Yeah. So you feel like moderating a debate?
Well, I had Gavin Hurleman on once with I can't remember his name. I've had a couple on there.
Okay. All right.
Crimson Air.
Crimson Air. Oh fuck, man, I miss Crimson Air. I haven't seen him in a hot minute.
Well, he is around. I'll tag him and mention you to him.
Let him know I'm around if he's out there. Yeah, definitely. It'd be nice to hear from him again. Yeah. He was a good guy. Him and Jamie Russell actually helped me prep for my debate against Matt Powell, actually.
Yeah, I like Jamie Russell. He's funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sick of the SDA bullshit. Well, I'm sick of the SDA bullshit, and he started getting all weird about the annihilationism stuff, and he's starting to say things like, if you believe in a God that is eternal conscious torment, then that's an evil God. He's starting to make it a salvific thing in some of his wording. It's kind of pissing me off.
Is he still going on about soul sleep?
Yeah, that too. That's not a salvific thing to him, I don't think. But the annihilationism thing, where he's saying if you're not believing annihilationism, you're believing in an evil God. I think that's a bit of an overreach there.
Well, he may as well be a universalist at that point if he believes in annihilationism.
Well,
maybe.
No, he's hardcore. He's clearly hardcore SDA. So he's just, he thinks, but he's drawing a line. He's doing like what we usually do to the Calvinists, like drawing the logical entailments and trying to say that this makes this God evil, therefore it has to be a different God. He's kind of playing the same game, and I've given him the arguments multiple times in the past that there's perfect coherency to eternal conscious torment, with several different models, and he just ignores it. Or he forgot, and he's just running his fucking mouth. Anyway.
I don't want to get contentious with you about Molinism, but I saw Dr. Timothy Stratton in a debate with James White. He's a toxic pig anyway, James White. He was affirming some Calvinist beliefs, double predestination, sorry.
Really?
Well, I was listening to Warren McGrew. Warren McGrew, Idol Killer, was doing some stuff on PSA. And I'm sat there thinking, they're going on about atonement theories, and I'm thinking, well, the atonement isn't a theory, it's a fact. Regardless of what you think of it, the atonement is a fact.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was amazed at Tim Stratton doing that, affirming some beliefs that.
That's really bizarre to me. I don't know why he even would, and I don't even know how that would even comport in Molinism. Actually, that's very bizarre. Molinism holds to the idea of possible realities. I don't know how you get into a stance of double determinism. That's very bizarre to me. Yeah, I'd have to hear his argument behind that if there even is one, because that's bizarre. Yeah.
Well, I'll go back to the video because I've got it on my history thing. I'll tag you on it if you're interested.
All right. Yeah. No, do that. Yeah. No, I appreciate that. Let me take a look at it. Yeah.
I'm not trying to stir stuff up. I'm just asking.
No, I don't care. Again, I think there's a wide range of perspectives in some of the Molinism. In fact, when I used to speak about Molinism to Dr. Kenny, who was a Thomist, so he has, he's almost like a 4-point Calvinist almost in some ways. So he's he's a Thomist, so he kind of understands or has a perspective of some type of determinism. The funny thing is when we would discuss, basically soteriology, he would keep saying like, well, we're basically saying the same thing. We're just starting at opposite ends of epistemology. Like he was saying that one of us is starting at the God corridor and one of us is starting at the human corridor, saying the God bequeathed to the human for that to be the starting point of the soteriology. So in a weird, like Kenny kept kind of saying, I didn't quite 100% get it, but he seemed to understand it real clearly in his mind that we were basically, even though he was almost Calvinistic and I was Molinist, that in some ways we were meeting in the middle on a lot of these points. And maybe that's what Tim Stratton was explaining. I got to go back and watch the video to really know. I'll have to actually look at it.
Yeah. He didn't believe in meticulous causality or foreknowledge equals meticulous causality, did he?
No. He had a full spectrum appreciation that God does not author any secondary agency.
Yeah, because I can show secondary agency right from Genesis in the Garden of Eden story.
Well, of course, clearly. Yeah, clearly, naturally. I mean, unless you're some nut job. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I wanted to discuss with you Imago Deo. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Imago Dei. The Imago Dei.
Yeah. Because Adam was created in the image of God. His offspring were image bearers, weren't they?
Right. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So there was a change. If I can put it that way, I don't like that word really. After the fall, obviously there was a change. Things changed.
Of course, yeah, naturally.
If that fall hadn't occurred, would Adam's offspring be image bearers, or would they? No, they would still be image bearers, wouldn't they?
Well, yeah, they still would. It would just be their positional status or hierarchy in the kingdom. See, really what mankind lost was its hierarchical position. We didn't lose the image of God. We still had the spark of the divine. Yeah, and really, if you think about it, when you look at the tail end of the Bible and you go to Revelation and you see kind of the revealing of what God's teleology for man really was when he first created him. He wanted man to be priests and kings. He intended mankind to be priests and kings. This is ultimately the end goal of what the believers end up at, to be priests and kings. So this is clearly what the intended position of man was to be. Man fell at a critical point before it had attained the final, what do they call it? Consummation of their position. They had been established the status via their nature, but the acquisition of the position was impending. And that required their ability to basically entertain essentially delayed gratification, to be willing to wait. And I don't think the tree was there for them to never eat of it. I think it was there for them to only eat of it when God said they were ready. That is to me the more appropriate. That to me fits more aligned with the nature and character of the God I see portrayed in Scripture. That it's there as a test, but not as this static, like, do not touch, it's forbidden to you, but trust me and follow me and everything in their time type of thing, which is a very important character component and is stressed throughout the Bible many times, which is the ability to have a character profile for delayed gratification, to follow God, even when it's not efficacious to what you desire the most. So that's why I think it was there. So you go back to the Garden of Eden story, I do think you see dynamic free will in operation, not only with mankind, but also with higher beings as well. The serpent is exercising will to find a way to reach mankind and deceive them. And God is exercising will to allow it to happen, because after all, what's the point in giving free will to a creature if you're going to show up and stop them from exercising it as soon as they do it a way you don't like? There's no point in even giving it to them to begin with. See?
I've got a pointy question to ask about that. When was the first sin in that garden, though, Smokey? Because Satan turned up. Eve should have gone to her husband and said, you know, who's this guy at the front door like that? And did Eve sin actually before she even got to the tree? She'd obviously made a decision to go and take from the tree and eat.
I think it's a bit of a moot point, because you could also even make the argument that, like, well, she told the serpent, she lied to the serpent because she said, oh no, God said we can't even, you know, touch it. For all we know, that was Adam's command. Yeah, but for all we know, she wasn't lying. She was just reiterating Adam's command to her, which included to not even touch it. You know, that's because she basically added something to it. You know, like, no, because you know, God says don't eat of it, and she's like, well, don't even touch it. So maybe Adam added something. That's possible too, or she told a lie. It doesn't matter, and here's the reason: because I do believe grace exists. And I think that they didn't make any critical or fatal error until they operated in that outright willful rebellion. So the other stuff, which could have been sin of ignorance or, you know, sin of minutia, you know, the critical one, the one that judged them, was the one of outright rebellion, outright willful rebellion. So that should be the lesson, I think, to kind of take from that, not to worry about the sins of minutia or error or degree or things like that, but the sins of the heart of outright rebellion. That's I think, the thing to take from it. Personally, that's how I see it.
Yeah, sin lieth at the door. In other words, Satan turned up there, and then it brought forth fruit in the sense that they ate from that tree when they were told not. Yeah.
So I think even if you were to say, like, well, maybe there was a sin before the tree, it wasn't critical enough to invalidate their grace. It's probably the best way to put it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh well.
Anyway, very interesting thoughts. Yeah, definitely. I can tell you've been reading up a lot on this lately here, Bob.
Well, I've been studying. I'm not an expert on it, Smokey, don't misunderstand. I've been studying the Hellenization of Christianity.
Interesting.
How Aristotle.
There is a lot of there is a lot of Hellenistic Jewish philosophy that creeped in, even especially to Greek culture. So there are infusions of it, and it is interesting to locate and isolate some of that in theology. No, it's a very interesting study topic, Bob. Yeah, for sure.
Well, some of the places that Paul, I don't, if I'm taking up your time too much here, Smokey.
No, it's all right. No, it's all right. Yeah.
Some of the
Jared's
Paul,
even joining us. We'll go on a few more minutes. Go ahead, Bob.
Some of the places that Paul visited were centers of, let's just say, philosophy, Platonistic or Aristotelian. I can't remember which one. Miletus being one of them. But some of those places are significant. And I think Paul was very au fait or knowledgeable of Platonism, Aristotelianism, because the Romans were.
Oh, I'm sure he was. Oh, yeah, no, I'm sure he had a relatively decent knowledge of such things, especially. Well, and even really, you see, there's moments where you can tell that he almost even has some knowledge of medical science of the day as well. So, clearly he was diversely educated. Clearly.
Yeah. I would love to be, I know it's a bit ridiculous, but like, I'd love to get a dialogue of that debate he had on Mars Hill. That would be
maybe someday you'll get the chance to meet him. You never know.
Well, yeah.
He can tell you all about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Will free grace allow me to get there though?
I don't know about that.
You still got them curtains up, have you?
Yeah, the twitchy curtains. Yeah. Well, we got all these twitchy curtain Holy Spirits everywhere. We got to be aware of that.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I got you,
Yep.
Jared. How you doing, bud?
Oh, going good. I saw. I found out about Mac's new little nickname for me,
Oh, really? What would that be?
Servant of Josh.
Nobody's Josh's servant. I mean, it's ridiculous. That
Oh,
it's true.
that's funny. Well, you have
Talk about
conversations
low-hanging
on
fruit.
you have conversations on the Smokey Saint channel, so you are clearly of the devil. So
All right.
You want to know what he? You want to know what he sent me on Discord this morning or
What's
earlier
that?
today?
What's that?
So I don't know what he's trying to say. So all he sent me was like 5 messages, right? And it was basically just the emojis of like the clown and then the shoes.
Yeah, he does that a lot.
And that's all he sent. And then he sent me like a clip out of a anti-life Superman. Like I don't know if he thinks that's me, or if he think, or if he's
that's
saying
Scotty.
that's me. I'm like that's
Scotty. That's Scotty. Yeah.
So and then I don't know if he's calling him a clown, but I'm not sure.
Scotty's far from being
but I went over to the Praise channel and was just like, hey Praise, is this your new channel? This and that. And then I think they hid me on the channel because they didn't time me out because I refreshed the live chat and my messages went missing, which basically tells me that they hid me on the channel.
You got hidden. Yeah, for sure. I mean, you weren't typing. I mean, clearly you weren't typing anything triggering YouTube to hide your messages. So yeah, they probably they just hid you.
Whatever.
Mac is probably the one that hid you. Probably is probably what happened.
No, he said no. It was them because he said bye Felicia, and then
oh, okay. Well, then there you go.
It was praising them, but whatever.
That's weird. I don't know why they hate you so much. I mean, you haven't even been
because I'm over here.
That's you're having conversations.
I mean, I would go over there, but I don't feel. Well, for one, I don't feel comfortable in the sense that I don't believe I can actually say what I want over there without getting kicked out of the freaking room.
Right.
Or kicked out of the freaking chat.
Yeah. Yeah, that is generally what happens. Yeah.
Yeah, well, don't mention sin over
and then they prove it by hiding me on the channel. Well, then there you go.
Yeah, it's funny. I think Isaac was trying to make it sound as some slight against me. That like, oh, Smokey will let you show up and he'll let you talk as long as you want and all this stuff. It's like, he was trying to paint it in some kind of way that made me an asshole or something. I don't know. It was kind of weird.
Well, yeah, you'll let people talk and say whatever they want, but there has to be some sort of decorum. People can't just be talking over each other because then no one's going to hear what it is you have to say.
Exactly.
I mean, it's common sense, guys.
I do want to make one observation, Smokey, and I'm not white knighting for him. I think you obviously noticed it. I think they're going to use, which is what they always do, they're going to use Isaac as a plaything, and they're just going to use him.
Oh, yeah. Well, Bob, I predicted that from the very beginning of all this. Absolutely. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. Yeah.
By the way,
Isaac unfortunately lacks enough the discernment to be anything other than a pawn for people. It seems I can't figure out how Isaac is so oblivious to his surroundings and environment and basic rationality. I'm puzzled by the whole thing, truthfully.
Yeah.
By the way, Smokey, I'm probably going to start up my studies again. So I invite you to check that out on my channel.
Wait, what is it? You're starting up what again?
Like my studies. So I just go through books of the Bible and just study chapter by chapter.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah. And I'll check it out. Yeah, absolutely. I think I'm sub to you. I think I am.
I've already done Romans and 1 John, and I have a thumbnail that for like 1 Corinthians, and it says I was supposed to start it like last year or something like that. But, stuff happens. Okay. But I'm planning on starting it up again, and I want to go through first Corinthians, get that one going.
I think I pissed a dude off tonight because I went into their side chat and I said it was weird how they've been married so long and still don't live together. I said that I think that made them mad.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's none of my business.
It's technically no one's business except they keep advertising it like it's something normal. I just don't think it's normal at all.
Hey, I mean,
I can't.
If they are married,
Olive
I hope they
agreed.
get. I hope they live together. I hope they get together.
Well, I mean, I'm not even
Why does
saying
Olive-
like I'm not even like doubting they have a certificate or even playing any of that game. I'm just saying it's
No.
weird that they're not living together. I just find that odd.
No, like if I was, I mean, me being married myself, if I was away from my wife for a long extended period of time, I'd want to be with her, you know?
Yeah,
I'd miss her and not want to be apart.
Well,
But that's why I say,
yeah.
I mean,
like, wouldn't you
I hope
kind of like
they-
move? Like, I moved mountains to get low out here, and she, dropped her whole life to come out here. I mean, you want that? That's what you do. I just find
I
it
hope-
puzzling. I don't know.
hey, I hope that they move in together so that they can be
I
together. That
also
would be great.
very, very, very much hope they move in together. I very much hope that they have to experience each other in close quarters very soon. I very much hope that.
Yeah.
Well, for
That'll go
any for any married couple, I wish nothing but the best. I'm an advocate for, marriage and stuff like that. So
I think we should be, generally.
Who's going to wear the trousers?
well, they can decide that. But,
Yeah. All right.
Well, I guess it depends whether dude is too drunk in the morning to put the trousers on. I guess they'll have to play that by ear.
Or
We'll
hey,
have to figure it out.
you can alternate. Like 1 week, one wears the trousers, and then the next week they can wear the trousers.
That makes sense. Yeah, they can work out a rotation situation. Yeah, that'll work. Anyway, all right. Well, did you want to?
How's Lo doing, Smokey? By the way.
Yeah, no, she's doing okay. She's fine. What's that?
Has she got the pancakes locked up or what?
You know what, Bob? I'm gonna tell you something. She asked me the other day. She's like, "Honey, do you need anything from the store?" And you know what I said? I said, "I'm out of pancake mix." And she got me a big box of pancake mix so that I don't have to miss out on pancakes. So she's on board.
Wait. Which do you like more, pancakes or waffles?
Oh, fuck, man. I love waffles. But you know what? I hate cleaning the fucking waffle iron. In fact, I don't even think I have a waffle iron anymore, actually. But I fucking love waffles. Oh, my God. I love waffles.
I like waffles because I like how they crisp up and you get like a little bit of crunch.
And the little divots where the butter and the syrup resin. Oh, fuck. I love waffles. Yeah, man. I got to get a waffle iron, actually. That's something I got to do.
Yeah. Well, they make much better ones now where they're like non-stick, so you don't really have to clean it up. Because I have one and it's non-stick and I don't really have to clean it up. I just maybe rinse it with water to get like whatever that may be on there off, and then
right.
And then I just leave it. I don't even have to put butter.
Oh,
the
really?
Butter, yeah. The butter will actually burn on the thing, and so I learned that the hard way.
Yeah, I would think.
And so I just put the mix on the waffle iron, and then it came out great. Came out great.
Yeah, I need to get a waffle iron. That's something I need to get.
I mean, so if you want your waffles to have taste, you have to put it in the batter. So if you want like a little buttery taste, you got to put like a little bit of butter in it.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Bills in the
it needs to be
okay.
It needs to, see, like when I make pancakes, though, I usually make the batter like extra thin. Like I like thinner batter, and I know for like waffles, you have to have a certain consistency, or it just ain't gonna come out.
A thin batter is better because then I have like a little batter dispenser, and so I'm able, instead of scooping it and
like I don't like when it's like thick batter and then you get like a really dense waffle. Like I'm not really a fan of that, like I like it to be more light and airy and fluffy, that type thing,
Right. And then if you want to do like chocolate chip waffles, I recommend breaking the chocolate chips and mixing it in the batter, because it's hard to do it in a waffle iron with like the full chip.
Yeah.
in it.
No. Yeah, it makes sense.
Smokey.
Yeah. There's this is one thing I like about cooking is that you learn about new things.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, legit.
Looks
Go
like
ahead,
that
Bob.
more
Go ahead.
Bill is in the side chat, Smokey.
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
read
no doubt.
Yeah, oh well.
Yeah, dude, that's not even possible. We didn't even reconnect until, what was it? January, February, something right around there. Maybe, well, wait, maybe, no, was it last year? No, it would have been, yeah, we kind of reconnected. I think it was probably around January, close to that, right around there. Oh, it's almost been a fucking year. I can't believe it.
Who are these people?
I don't know. I mean, I actually, my hunch is that it might be dude. I think this is dude being all mad about what I said about him not being able to hug his wife or something like that. I was kind of an asshole about it. I'm like, hey, sorry, I had to step away from chat because I had to hug my wife, something dude can never seem to be able to do. Like, I was kind of an asshole about it. So.
Well, you've always been an asshole, haven't you, Smokey?
Well, that's true. That's one of my knacks. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
Oh, you guys blocked them? I can't go to their channel. I want to see how long. I want to see like when the channel was made.
Oh, probably very recently, I imagine. Maybe they create these things all the time. I don't even really care anymore. It could be Bill, it could be Praise, it could be dude. I don't really give a shit.
Well, they're not going to come on stage, are they?
Well, that's the thing. They never do. So, I mean, what's even the point, you know?
By the way, I'm open to debating Mac or James opening the scroll to any type
me too.
of theological debate.
Me too.
If they see me as like easy pickings or easy prey, okay, go ahead. I will debate you on any theological topic.
I would also,
unless I don't know it, but
I would also
maybe I can't debate everyone.
I've been challenging James to just have a conversation and debate me on what objective morality is, Christian objective morality is, and what paradigm he operates by. I've challenged him on that multiple times. He runs away.
He has time.
He won't even answer the question. I ask him what objective morality is in the Christian paradigm. He can't even answer the question. He won't even answer it. Well, I know why. I know because he doesn't know it. I mean, that's clear. I mean, look at what a deviant scum rat he is. Of course he doesn't know. He's all worried about symbols in the clouds or some shit. He's fucking going down the street knocking chalk out of children's hands because they're drawing stars on the sidewalk and it looks too much like pentagrams, and he gets all flustered and his panties in a twist about it. Yeah. God, it's so weird. Some of these, these people that treat this iconography like this, they should just be Catholic. If they put this much weight in human predication of symbology, then they just might as well be Catholic. I don't know. It's just so weird. Like, you're literally taking Catholic presuppositions about the predication of symbols. You're adopting it. You're bringing it into your Protestantism. You don't even have a reason why. Weird. That's a weird thing to do. That's weird. You're just one step in the Catholic Church. It's fucking odd.
What's funny is that a lot of people see the upside down cross as satanic, but actually, if you look into the history of it, you know how Catholics touch their like forehead, chest, and then side to side. That's the upside down cross because since a lot of them believe that Peter was the quote unquote first pope. And Peter was crucified upside down, and what it is that it's symbolizing that they are unworthy or a sign of humility.
Interesting, yeah.
But as with anything, Satanists or anybody will take something and twist it and use it as a way to mock it.
Right.
But that doesn't mean if you see like an upside down cross, it doesn't automatically mean it's satanic.
Exactly. And that's where James's stupidity is coming through, because he operates like that is true, because he doesn't understand that all symbols only have the meaning that the agent predicates upon them. They don't have the symbols by themselves cannot be interpreted without an agent to give it its value and interpret it as such. Otherwise, it's meaningless. It doesn't mean anything.
Well, like the most annoying thing is like, I don't know what it is, man, but everybody appeals everything to Freemasonry. So I don't know if you I don't know if you've heard James.
Someone
but he
called
says
me
like,
a Freemason or something recently. I forget where that was. Someone called me that.
I don't know if you heard James, but he says like if you like scratch your chin or put your hand up to your chin, that's like a Freemason sign. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, like because he was
it's
seeing
so childish. It's so Sunday school, man. This is like Sunday school stuff.
He was seeing Charles do it, Layman Seminary, like when he would debate or when he would be on his live stream, and it's like a natural reaction. When you think you kind of put your hand on your chin, or like whatever.
Someone who hyper fixates on people's gestures on cam like that when they never appear on cam is just a raging hypocrite moron. This is some of the most desperate dumb crap I've ever seen come out of it. Like I saw James say that like I revealed myself as a devil because of my laugh. Can you imagine going to someone and saying you're unsaved because of how you laugh? Could you imagine? Could you imagine being so retarded that you let that fall out of your mouth and think that made sense?
Well, then I would ask, how do you know what a demonic laugh sounds like?
Yeah,
that's another question.
Have you heard a demon laugh before?
How often are you listening to demons laugh?
Like this is the thing. People want to attach everything to demons or to the devil when it's like, well, did you hear a demon laugh or they'll say, oh, that looks demonic. I'm like, well, have you seen demonic things, like legit demonic things? Like, how do you know that looks demonic?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good question. It is a good question
because I don't know if you agree with this, Smokey, but Satanism isn't even really actually a worship of Satan. It's a worship of self. They worship themselves.
That's an interesting way to look at it. Yeah, I mean, there's
it's not
different
like
kinds.
Luciferianism.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like Luciferianism is actually like the worship of Lucifer or
right,
stuff like that. But Satanism is more so a worship of self. Do as thou wilt type thing.
Sure. Yeah, that is the full of the law, right? Yeah.
Isn't Lucifer
kind of how the free gracers or Satanists like that too? Dude, how about this? Let me tell you something. So you're just gonna whine and bitch and moan in my side chat with your nonsense. Here's the thing. You're a fucking coward. You can't contend or defend any of the dumb bullshit you say. If this even is, dude, it actually doesn't matter which one of you are. The fact you're coming in here with a sock account to try and troll the side chat instead of with over broad, wide strokes, trying to make these broad overarching claims about someone with no substantive proof or evidence or verification whatsoever. And you won't click on the link and come in the room and make a case or give an argument. It shows you're a coward, worthless, spineless, retard, rat fuck. Okay, that's all it shows about you, to have to come in and do it this way. An actual man would be able to join the room, pitch an argument, and have an engagement and actually back up any of the dumb shit you say. But you don't. You just all hide in your echo chambers and your little fucking coward rooms and run your fucking mouths in a space where you feel safe, where you don't have to worry about getting a counterpoint that shows how fucking retarded you are. So go back to your hiding spot, little bitch boy. Go back to failing to hug your wife, for some weird fucking reason, why the fuck you two can't move in together finally. For fuck's sakes, it's been going on for what, years now? Fuck's sakes, what is wrong with you? You think if you loved the dumb bitch, you would be able to at least find a way to move in with her? Fuck's sakes.
Yeah, certainly.
Perhaps.
Isn't Luciferianism more about worshipping of knowledge, I think? So-called knowledge. I don't know.
I'm not keen on all their different variations these days, and I don't even think it is what it used to mean. So I honestly, they got this because they'll talk about how they're like a secular Satanist or they're a spiritual Satanist or they're Luciferian, or they're, I don't know. They got all these names and delineations these days. I don't even fucking know. There's all these different denominations of it, so I don't even know. I don't even keep up with it.
Yeah, sounds like free grace, doesn't it? Really, Luciferianism then.
Well, it is. Well, it basically is. Do as thou wilt. That's the full of the law. How is that not free grace? It's totally what free grace is.
Yeah.
I mean, my God, the very doctrine is shared with Satanism. I mean, if that isn't clear enough of a sign for you, I don't know what to tell you.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
I don't
perhaps
think
if they
free grace is like that. Sorry, Andy.
You're right. Perhaps if they move in together, they'll divorce.
Well, yes. I imagine lots of domestic violence calls and drunken midnight rantings and all sorts of things like that. It'll be fun. I hope it happens. I hope it happens soon.
And frankly, I don't care what you say about me anymore, because you've just dumped me at the bottom of the pile anyway. So as far as I'm concerned, you guys can go and screw yourselves.
There you go. All right, gentlemen, I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed.
All right. Have a good night.
You guys have a good night. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it.
Okay.
All right, guys. Take care, Bob. Good to see you.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm out. Have yourselves a good evening. I hope you enjoyed a little late night show. It was something to chew on in the morning if you were sleeping through it. It was interesting. Bruce came in. I used a conversation with Bruce. That was neat. The pod team are a bunch of fucking goddamn ditch pigs. They're fucking retarded. They're low intelligence, and they're completely fucking spineless. I mean, the amount of shit they talk on their channel without ever a sense of conscience or resolve or integrity or spine to dare branch out of their echo chamber to bring their railing accusations of the people they're actually accusing. You can see clearly the spirit of this. Maybe you're a fucking free gracer, maybe you're an OSASer. I don't know. But I would think, if you have any semblance of conscience at all, if you even have one thread of rational reasoning, you would be able to look at the pod team and know that these people are completely way the fuck off track. I mean, it should be clear to you. I hate free grace. I despise free gracers. I really do. I hate their methodologies. I hate their bullshit, dishonest tactics. I hate their vacuous, vague apologetics. I hate it. And I hate the fact that they are so rebellious to basic logic and common sense and biblical teaching that they just embrace this pure fucking horseshit. And they come up with every single disgusting, weird excuse under the sun to try and make their bullshit fit the book. And it just fucking doesn't. It just doesn't. And I don't see any other way to look at this than believing in a gospel and even a God that is separate from anything that could be considered the true God of the Bible and his revelation. I also think it's very weird that dude doesn't live with his wife. I gotta say it. It's reached a point of absurdity. Okay. There were dynamics for me and Lo to figure out. We had to make plans. We had to set things up. There was big life transitions going on, but we did it. And you know why? Because we were desperate to be together, because we are so madly in love. Okay. That was the state of affairs. And we did everything, pushed everything into an avenue, and even had to help out people in her state where she was not be homeless, of which I completely fucking regretted this. Well, no, not completely. I 1/3 regret it, I should say. That's being accurate. I 1/3 regret the delay that we put in the place to keep people from being homeless. 1/3 of that I regret. Nonetheless, the rest of it happened exactly as it was supposed to. But she basically gave up her whole life to come out here and be with me. We made it work because we were so desperate to be together. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you two, that you're going on this outrageously extended period of time, telling people you're married. And as far as everyone can tell, you've never even been in the same room together. It is fucking weird. And by the way, Ragamuffin, Fagtard Mac thinks it's weird too. said many things about it many times about how weird. We used to chat up a storm in Discord about how fucking weird your so-called marriage was. And absolutely has called your marriage fake all the time. And you don't care. He thinks your marriage is fake even now. He's just too spineless to say it. Because he likes being part of the group and selling out his morals and theology to support a bunch of fucking deviants attacking someone he doesn't like. Of course he's a fucking fraud. Of course he is. Mac is fucking garbage. You're all garbage. You're all cowards. You're all garbage. You can't defend any of the dumb shit you say, which is why you hide over there where you don't have to worry about getting confronted by anyone to point out how fucking retarded you are, how dumb you are, how dishonest you are. No, you can just run your fucking mouths over there. And you do. And you do nonstop, obsessively. Imagine the comedy of Mac and Cheese claiming I'm obsessed with him. Barely mentioned the guy in probably well over a month. He has nonstop talked about me in every fucking side chat he can. And yes, I have been seeing it, Mac. Every time I seem to pull up on one of these channels, you're in there talking shit. Obsessively. And you're going to claim me of obsession? That is comical. You're a fucking joke, Mac. You are chronically, intensely obsessed with me. You can't shut your fucking mouth about it. Every fucking side chat you can for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. And you're going to call me the obsessed one? You're fucking batshit retarded, dude. Really, you and James are both so fucking low intelligence. You pull all these things where you act like you're making a point, like you got some cataclysmic point about someone, and everyone looks at it like, what is this? Are you retarded, Mac? This doesn't mean anything. No one cares. Oh, Low laughed. And then this thing I said happened, even though I wasn't there to see and know that it happened, but I know for sure it happened. You sound like a fucking retard, so no one takes you seriously. These grand points you think you come up with all the time is just a bunch of dumb fucking noise. You make yourself look like a retard even when you try. It's hilarious. Isaac is a coward now again. Isaac even. What is this? He's going to block everyone from his channel because he's a coward little fuck. And then he's going to come over here and run his mouth. Well, I'm not afraid. You guys should read the description. Go read the description before this stream ends and see what I said. It's very clear and poignant. Okay? Isaac is the coward. Okay? He's not blocked over here. Okay? And by the way, you want to know why my room always stays open while the deviant servants of darkness have to block everyone? You know why my room stays open? Because I like the truth. And I want an environment where the truth can thrive. And you don't block out people, because then you're stifling what could be truth. You want to engage. You want to operate with it. You want to test the merits of your own beliefs. This is what you should want to do. You see, an environment like this, where it's open all the time, where even enemies and adversaries are specifically invited to come and contribute and engage, this is an environment that proves that it stands for truth, that it actually even loves truth, that it prioritizes truth. But no, they only want to hear themselves. They only want to hear their own ideas, and they have to have darkness to do that. They have to close out all possible avenues of light and isolate themselves so that basically the only thing that they can hear is their own voice. And that's what they want. They don't want truth. They hide truth. They hide avenues of truth. They block it out. They keep themselves alienated and isolated while they run their fucking degenerate, cock-sucking, demon-loving fucking mouths nonstop. You've seen it. You witnessed it. It's all over the place. And they're cowards, and they reveal who they serve. They serve a coward, whatever it is. Demon, self, flesh, false god. You'd be take it however which way you want. It is what it is. These people are foul. They're foul, disgusting, reprehensible, lying degenerates. They reveal themselves. It's not complicated like, oh my God, we got to spend a lot of time analyzing these fruits to figure it out. It's pretty blatant and in your face. Well, yeah, that's true. He's a wannabe preacher and leader. The fuck is he going to lead anywhere? Kip is a wannabe preacher, but can't even tell you how many souls he's led it. Well, yeah, lays souls anywhere. He hasn't done a fucking thing. Let's be real. Let's be real. You're all degenerates, really. Honestly, it's absolutely. Oh, is Ryan here? Is this actually Ryan, though? Hold on. Oh, yeah, okay. All right, I'll let Ryan in for a minute. Go ahead, Ryan. You want to say something?
Well, excuse me for living. I thought it was an open panel and all were welcome.
Well, no, it is, but I was just kind of doing my closing monologue, really.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I didn't
No,
realize.
it's okay. I was getting ready to shut it down and go to bed.
I just thought you want to know you missed a gold opportunity because I saw Mr. Brucifer was in here. He deleted his channel. Did you know that Bill Cuthbert wants us executed?
I did not know this. No, I was not aware. Well, I mean, yeah, I kind of was aware of that because it's not like it's the first time he said it. But yeah, I didn't know he said it again recently.
Oh, it was just yesterday. Bill did a whole stream saying that you and I should be executed. And guess who was on the panel though for about an hour and a half?
Oh, shit. Was it Bruce?
Yep.
Oh, fuck's sakes, Bruce.
I was trying to make you aware of that in the chat, but I just thought I'd let you know.
I haven't been watching Bill's stream, so I'm not even keen on it. Really, what's been going on here lately? I assume you archived the video, or did you not catch it in time?
Yep.
Okay. Oh well, yeah. You know what? Send me the link on Discord. I want to watch it.
Oh yes, I will. We should be immolated and subjected to a blood eagle. According to Mr. Bill.
That's a fucking heinous way to die too. That's some deep Viking shit right there. That's I guess he's been on this kind of Viking kick or something here lately or whatever. Yeah.
He has publicly declared himself to be the ringleader in all of this. So I think you see the point. Bill calls for our execution. Brucifer shows up. Yesterday or the day prior, it was GY6. Perhaps you see my point.
Yeah, perhaps, yeah.
No, don't let me interrupt you. I just wanted to make you aware. In fact, I'll go ahead and jump off of here. I thought, honestly, you were going to be going for a while.
No, I'm tired. I'm going to phone it in, yeah.
Yeah, very well. I got woke up from a call from somebody saying there's someone making a bunch of legal threats, so whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, the dude was saying a whole bunch of crazy shit. Like, it was so cringy, man. It was so cringe over the top. It was fucking nuts. And dude's sending everyone to jail for I don't know what reasons or whatever, and everyone's doing this. And it's funny because dude was always about, fuck the archive, and the archive is bullshit. You're a fucking pussy for the archive. And then tonight he's all like, we got our own archive.
Well, go ahead and send me the subpoena when I then know your real name, David, because you can't hide it on the subpoena. Then I will submit that to Dave, the news unit's attorney, so that if he decides to civilly sue you for all the bullshit and horrible things you've said about him, the slander and defamation, you guys can legally demonstrate your identity. Please.
There you go. There you go. All right, Ryan. Well, I bid you a pleasant evening. I will talk to you later.
Likewise. Bye-bye.
All right. Take care. All right, guys. I'm done. You have yourselves a very pleasant night or morning or wherever the hell you are. And I will be back at it. I don't think I'll do anything tomorrow. I might. I don't know. If something strikes my fancy and I have a little bit of spare time, maybe I'll pop up for another stream kind of like this. I've had a bit of spare time this weekend. I take advantage, do a little extra broadcasting here. But I am wore out. I'm out of gas. The trolls are cowards. They're not coming in the room. I'm going to waste my time. By the way, this would have been their time to do it. I'm already tired. If they wanted to have any kind of edge, this would have been the time to do it. Even now, even when I'm probably not even at full capacity, I'm not going to muster up enough spine to come in the fucking room. Absolutely ridiculous. All right, guys, well, you have yourselves a pleasant night. I will be back at you, well, whenever I feel I have the opportunity. Maybe tomorrow, maybe day after that. I don't know, maybe a few more days, but we'll see. You can always catch me on Discord. Link is in the description of one of these fucking videos. Go to one of these streams. I don't know if I put it in this one or not. I didn't put it in this one. This one was lazier. So go to one of the previous streams. I'll have the Discord in there if you want to reach me.
or ask me questions or figure out when streams. I always announce the streams in the Discord. So if the bell notification is shit, at least if you're in the Discord, you guys will know when I'm doing a stream. So I guess that's one other edge to go and join the Discord. But you guys have yourselves a pleasant evening, and I will catch you all later. Smokey Saint signing out.